in a Broncos loss, the Dolphins would make the playoffs, but they'll likely have to get that W without Tua Tagovailoa. The quarterback is doubtful to play against the Jets due to a hip injury, with Snoop Huntley expected to start for the second straight game. Tagovailoa says he'll be ready next week if Miami makes the playoffs. But will Jalen Hurts be ready for the playoffs? The Eagles quarterback remains in concussion protocol and would need to be cleared by next week to play on Super Wildcard weekend. The NFC's top seed won't be decided until Sunday night. And the Vikings will have running back Aaron Jones for that key showdown in Detroit. The 1,000-yard rusher has no injury designation after being limited in practice this week with a quad injury. And the Jets head coaching search is heating up. The team interviewed former Titans head coach Mike Vrabel Friday. Vrabel spent 2024 with the Browns as a consultant. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
William is one of millions of Americans who uses GoodRx to save on the cost of their prescriptions.
My oldest daughter, Camilla, 2 days old, she had to have open heart surgery. All of a sudden, she's on 5 different medications. It adds up at the end of the month. Me and the pharmacist got so tight. She said, GoodRx save you a lot of money. Saving that extra $200-300 a month. We're able to do all these extra activities, so it puts less stress on our household, and it puts less stress on our pockets.
Download the free app or visit GoodRx.com and start saving today. GoodRx are compensated for their time. GoodRx is not insurance, but can be used instead of insurance.
The current federal government is actually going $1 trillion deeper in debt every 100 days. That's why thousands are turning to Goldco, a top-rated gold company, to diversify their savings with time-tested safe haven assets, physical gold and silver. Right now, not only is Goldco offering a free gold and silver kit, but on qualified purchases, they'll give you up to a 10% instant match in bonus silver. Call 855-838-GOLD. That's 855-838-GOLD. Performance may vary. Consult with your tax attorney or financial professional before making an investment decision.
Kxo AM 1230 can help you publicize your nonprofit group's upcoming events, and we're happy to do it at no charge. To take advantage of our offer, we ask that you let us know about the event at least 2 weeks ahead of time. Write down the important information. You know, who, what, where, when, and so on. Include a name and phone number of a contact person and mail or deliver the information to KXO, 420 Main Street, El Centro, California, 92243. Our email address is kxoamfm@kxoradio.com. The information you supply may be used as community news, public service announcements on the KXO info line, or on our website. If you're paying for promotion with another advertising medium, we do offer special nonprofit group rates to promote your event. KXO AM 1230 wants to work with you and your community group to make our Imperial Valley a better place. Tell us what's going on and we'll tell everyone else. KXO AM 1230, here to make a difference in the Valley.
And it is 7:31 on this Saturday morning. Got your Border Weight update. It's brought to you by Team Ramco. Super Flash comes to the rescue, attacking all your slips, drips, and funny shifts in your automobile's transmission. Downtown Port of Entry has 8 lanes open. There's an hour and 10-minute wait. No wait in the Sentry Lane, no wait in the pedestrian lanes. Eastport's the gateway port, 45 to 50-minute wait in the regular lanes, 25 to 30-minute wait in the ready lanes. There is no wait at the East Sentry Lane. That's it. That's your Border Weight update brought to you by Team Ramco, featuring Roadrunner torque converters. Team Ramco provides the best quality transmission service in this area at 4701 East Gila Ridge Road in Yuma. It is, we got some birthdays. Today is January 4th, the first Saturday of 2025. Got some birthdays. January 4th, big shot birthdays. In fact, here's one that I didn't think was around anymore. Diane Cannon, she was hot in the 60s and 70s. She's 86 years old today. Singer Kathy Forrester of the Forrester Sisters, which makes sense. She is 70 years old today. Ann Magnuson of Anything But Love is 69. We have country singer Patty Loveless, not related to that other Loveless, is 68 today. Michael Stipe of REM is 65. Dave Foley was a really funny guy. I like Dave. News Radio, one of my favorite all-time shows. He was in that. Kids in the Hall, that's the comedy group that he was with when he started out. He's 62 today. Dot Jones of Glee is 61. We have Rick Hurst of The Bold and the Beautifuls is 60 years old today. And country singer Deanna Carter is 59. Deanna had a couple of hits and then just kind of burned out. That happens, you know. We'll have your local birthdays coming up next.
Tuning into the baseball game, monitoring the incoming storm, catching your favorite talk show.
These are just a few of the reasons more than 80 million Americans depend on AM radio each month. And did you know AM radio is the backbone of the emergency alert system, keeping us safe in dangerous times? It's reliable, free, and public safety depends on it. Text AM to 52886 and tell Congress we need AM radio in cars. This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
Happy birthday this morning going out to Gerardo Murguia, Jerry and Sherry Thomas, the twins, Justine and Margaret. We have Manuel Estrada, Mitch Edgman, Wilma Malone, Luis Beltran, Marisa Moran, Lucille Britton, Linda Martinez, Miguel Mike Solano, Manuel Avila Jr., Margot Campbell. We have Olivia Carrillo, Pete Gonzalez, Rod Valdez, and Veronica Rangel. Happy birthday to each and every one.
The Las Vegas Raiders are on FM 107.5.
So now we go to a second and 10.
Don't miss any of the action as the Raiders contend for the AFC West title.
3 wide receivers right,
Las Vegas Raiders, brought to you by
Touchdown!
El Centro RV and Southwest Postal Service.
Raiders football on FM 107.5.
And tomorrow afternoon, it'll be the Raiders hosting the Chargers in the last game of the season. It is 7:34. Time for the World and California News headlines, brought to you by Imperial County Air Pollution Control District, delivering real-time updates about the air that you breathe.
CBS News Brief. Official memorial services for the nation's 39th president begin today. Jill Stuckey will be among the friends of Jimmy Carter and his late wife Rosalind in Plains, Georgia, to say goodbye to the man she called Mr. Jimmy.
I've gotten to know and spend decades with my heroes, and I love them and admire them.
Millions of Americans across a dozen states from the middle of the country are bracing for a strong winter storm. Meteorologist Frank Pereira is following.
We are looking at the potential for wind gusts over 40 miles per hour, which combined with the heavy snow could create near blizzard conditions in portions of the Central Plains.
The judge in President-elect Donald Trump's hush money case in New York will sentence him January 10th, just 10 days before inauguration.
We're now one step closer to something we've never seen before. President-elect in a courtroom facing criminal sentencing, a proceeding unlike any other in American history.
That's CBS's Ed O'Keefe. CBS News Brief. I'm Lindy Kenyon.
The Imperial County Air Pollution Control District delivers real-time information about the quality of the air you breathe. Visit the website at apcd.imperialcounty.org to stay informed about air quality around the valley. The website also includes information for upcoming meetings, programs, and there's access to the dust cams set up around the valley. Visit apcd.imperialcounty.org today.
California headline news. 2 people were killed when a small plane crashed into a warehouse near an airport in Fullerton, California. They have been identified as 16-year-old Kelly Reed and her father, Pascal Reed. Officials say the single-engine plane had just taken off when it crashed into the roof of the warehouse. Fullerton Fire Department Sergeant Ryan O'Neill says at least 18 were injured.
10 people that were transported to local area hospitals for moderate to minor injuries, and then another 8 that were treated on scene and released.
California's expanding paid family leave for 2025. Governor Gavin Newsom.
Paid family leave and state disability insurance benefits will rise up to between 70 and 90% of regular wages, making these programs more accessible for workers.
And Governor Newsom issued an executive order yesterday to limit access to ultra-processed foods, saying the food we eat should not make us sick or lead to lifelong consequences. Mike Salceda, California Headline News.
And World California News headlines brought to you this morning by the Imperial County Air Pollution Control District. Log on to imperialvalleyair.org for real-time information about the air that you breathe.
What if the music stopped? If the familiar voices were silenced? If there were no breaking news updates? What if your companion and connection to your community came with a monthly fee? Don't worry, we're free local radio with you wherever you go, celebrating 100 years and looking forward to the next 100. We are broadcasters. Text radio to 52886 and let Congress know you depend on your local TV and radio stations. This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
And we are now ready for page one of the local news, a service of El Centro Motors, Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers, with 3 locations to serve you at El Centro Motors in the Brawley Auto Center at Highway 86 and Julia Drive and at the Imperial Valley Mall. In the local news this morning, kind of a delayed reaction, vehicle pursuit that began over 2 weeks ago ended yesterday. On December 21st, San Diego, California Highway Patrol officers were involved in a failure to yield pursuit with the blue 2022 Ford Mustang. After obtaining the license plate information from the fleeing car, officers terminated the pursuit. A check determined the license plate returned to a car registered at a Brawley residence. Subsequently, the search warrant was obtained demand on Friday, yesterday. CHP officers from the El Centro office assisted San Diego CHP officers by following up at the Brawley residence. The blue 2022 Ford Mustang was identified and seized for 30 days. Proposition 36 prosecution. Shoplifting suspect will be prosecuted in accordance with the recently enacted Prop 36. The Imperial County District Attorney George Marquez says that the suspect arrested following a shoplifting incident at Walmart in Brawley will face felony charges. On December 30th, Brawley police officer spotted Elijah Perez of Nyland walking away from the Walmart store. Store security positively identified Perez as the individual who stole items with a value just under $950. This typically would have been a misdemeanor prior to the passage of Prop 36, but it was determined that Perez has 2 prior theft convictions, one for shoplifting and one for grand theft. Because of the prior convictions, Perez was charged with a felony in the latest shoplifting incident. If convicted, Perez could face up to 3 years in county jail. Perez was arraigned Thursday and remains in custody in lieu of $10,000 of bail. We'll have more in just a minute.
Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers have the best price on name brand tires guaranteed. Now we're talking Michelin, Pirelli, Dunlop, Bridgestone, Continental, and more. See a Quick Lane service advisor and get the best price guaranteed. Remember, Quick Lane services all makes and all models, and they're conveniently located in the Brawley Auto Center, at the Imperial Valley Mall, at El Centro Motors, and their new mobile service van comes to you with no added charge.
And Blue Angels are coming back. Navy's Flight Demonstration Squadron is flying in on Monday. Blue Angels conduct their winter training at the Naval Air Facility El Centro. They are expected to fly into NAF on Monday. The estimated time of arrival is no later than 10:45 a.m. The A Squadron trains approximately 90 days for their upcoming show season. Training wraps up with the Blue Angels, a traditional free air show at the base. Their tour schedule and other information is all available at the Blue Angels website. And organizers are setting up for the upcoming Carrot Festival. Anyone wanting to take part in the festival should contact Hopeville Chamber of Commerce. Chamber is accepting vendor applications right now for food vendors. Deadline is January 15th. Craft and info booth deadline application is January 24th, also accepting those applications. Chamber says those dates are firm. Applications will not be accepted beyond those dates. Applications and more information is available at hopevillechamber.org. That's page one of the local news, a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers with 3 locations to serve you. Quick Lane services all makes and models, and you will never need an appointment.
Goddard's Gold. From coast to coast, this is Goddard's Gold, right here on the Imperial Valley's AM 1230 KXO.
Goddard's Gold. What's your name? Who's your daddy?
Get the gold, Goddard's Gold, Saturday 9 p.m. to midnight and Sunday morning 8 a.m. to 11 a.m.
Goddard's Gold.
And we are now ready for page 2 of the local news and the local weather, brought to you by Burgers and Beer, serving the best burgers in town with daily lunch specials Monday through Friday and happy hour from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. every day. County Board of Supervisors will be meeting Tuesday. It'll be a regular meeting. The main item, however, is the reorganization of the board. They will elect a new chairman of the board, and the past chairman, Luis Plancarte, has already left the board. And Tuesday, they will elect a vice chairman of the board as well. A new chairman will give his remarks, or hers, followed by the rest of the supervisors who have the comments as well. On the action agenda, the board will consider a resolution establishing the Emergency Medical Care Committee as presented by Jeanette Angulo, Director of Public Health. The board will discuss a proclamation and a resolution confirming the existence of a local emergency due to the sweet potato whitefly, as requested by Ag Commissioner Jolene Desert. The board will also consider a resolution making January 9th, Thursday, a one-time paid holiday for county employees in honor of the passing of President Jimmy Carter. Supervisors are expected to adopt their meeting calendar for 2025, discuss and possibly take action on a proposed 2025 board and chair appointments. Also on Tuesday, the IID Board of Directors, a regular meeting will be held. It'll be held Tuesday. It's kind of special. It'll be the first meeting chaired by Division 3 Director Gina Dockstader. The meeting will be held at the Cambria Hotel in the Imperial Room. Meeting will start at 9 in the morning. There will be no action items on the agenda. There is an informational item. It's a workshop facilitated by Leading Resources Incorporated, covering board governance 2025 goals and activities. Closed session for that meeting will be held after the public session. And the Brawley City Council will also be meeting Tuesday evening. January, this month, is a Human Trafficking Awareness Month. Theme this year highlights the importance of a holistic approach to preventing human trafficking. It is to recognize its intersection with other forms of violence and social issues. Womanhaven says connecting the dots between human trafficking, online harassment and abuse, interpersonal violence, and other forms of violence can disrupt multiple forms of exploitation. They say understanding the role of economic mobility, desires for connection, technology, and market dynamics can prevent some of the most predictable recruitment schemes into human trafficking worldwide. Worldwide, there is an estimated 40 million people held as slaves, women and girls, boys and men, through sex and labor trafficking practices. Every day, vulnerable people are trafficked, people looking for a way to out of desperate situations, willing to take hold of any opportunity offered, even if it seems too good to be true. Friday, January 10th, will be a Human Trafficking Awareness Day. Everyone is asked to wear blue on that day to raise awareness for human trafficking. What got you got? Well, your weather's coming up next.
Happy New Year from Burgers and Beer with happy hour every day from 3 to 6. Get drink specials all day like Margarita Monday, Tonic Tuesday, Wine Down Wednesday, and Thirsty Thursday. For January specials, enjoy an espresso martini or a refreshing Coors Light. And don't miss out on our Red Hot Caesar salad or our seasonal dessert triple berry crumble cake. Burgers and Beer proudly serving you, your family, and friends since 1985. Open daily starting at 9. Burgers and Beer for the best burger in town.
The high temperature yesterday, 75 degrees. The overnight low this morning, 42. National Weather Service says quiet weather conditions, although with cooler temperatures, will continue through the weekend. Conditions will likely turn more unsettled heading into the Tuesday, Wednesday time frame as the weather system passes through the areas, delivering a breezy to locally windy conditions. Temperatures by mid to late week are expected to cool down closer to seasonable levels. Weather forecast calling for sunny skies today, highs right near 73. South winds at around 5 miles per hour. Mostly clear skies tonight, overnight lows around 46. West and northwest winds at around 5 miles per hour. Sunny skies on Sunday, highs right near 73, northwest winds at around 5 miles per hour. Sunday night, mostly clear skies, overnight lows around 46. Sunny on Monday, highs right near 75, winds will be calm. And right now we are looking at 48 degrees, 49% the relative humidity. Air Pollution Control District says air quality is unchanged. Unhealthy for sensitive groups in Calexico, that's the air quality, very high levels of PM 2.5. The rest of the region, the air quality is good. That's kind of good. Our local news, page 2, brought to you this morning by Burgers and Beer, along with the weather, the place for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Bring the family or meet your friends at Burgers and Beer.
Tuning into the baseball game, monitoring the incoming storm, catching your favorite talk show. These are just a few of the reasons more than 80 million Americans depend on AM radio each month. And did you know AM radio is the backbone of the emergency alert system, keeping us safe in dangerous times? It's reliable, free, and public safety depends on it. Text AM to 52886 and tell Congress we need AM radio in cars. This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
And we are now ready for the Sports World Roundup. Sports World Roundup is brought to you this morning by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, an affiliate of the Scripps Health Network, working together to provide you the best of care. Starting off with college football, got another bowl game to go today. It's the Bahama Bowl, presented by Atlantis Resorts. Okay, it's the Buffalo. Buffalo's going to take on Liberty, and the Bahamas Bowl later today. In fact, it starts at 8 o'clock this morning. Not too far from now. We've got NFL football on KXO. We got a bunch of it. In fact, it starts today, a doubleheader. 1 o'clock this afternoon, Browns take on the Ravens. Bengals will take on the Steelers in the later game. Both of those games will be on at 12:30 KXO right here, starting at 1 o'clock this afternoon. At 1:25 tomorrow afternoon, it'll be kickoff time. Probably on the air before that, way before that, about 12 o'clock. Sure, why not? It's FM 107.5. They're going to have the Raiders game. Raiders will be hosting the Chargers. Chargers and the Raiders, final game of the season, the regular season, tomorrow afternoon, Sunday afternoon. It'll probably be on the air about 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Sunday evening football. It's called Sunday night football. It's Vikings at the Lions. That game will also be on AM 1230 KXO. We've got more sports coming up next.
Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, ready to serve you and your family for all of your healthcare needs. Let our team of dedicated physicians guide you on your journey to better health. Pioneers is a recognized leader in healthcare and has more than 10 health centers and clinics throughout the Imperial Valley. When the need arises, don't hesitate to come and see us. We have services and locations at Calexico and Raleigh, and of course, our award-winning hospital, Pioneers Memorial. For more information on all Pioneer services, visit www.pmhd.org today.
And on the basketball scoreboard, it was the Pistons. They took on the Hornets and beat the Hornets 98-94. Magic got by the Raptors 106-97. Celtics over the Rockets 109-86. The Pelicans defeated the Wizards 132-120. Thunder got by the Knicks 117-107. Cavaliers over the Mavericks 134-122. Spurs won. They beat the Nuggets 113-110. Kings over the Grizzlies 138-133, and the Lakers won. They beat the Hawks by a score of 119-102. In the National Hockey League, the Penguins and the Panthers, they skated to a shootout. After the game was over, the Panthers had won 3-2. Blackhawks defeated the Canadiens 4-2. It was the Blues over the Senators 4-0. Oilers defeated the Ducks 3-2, and the Predators got by the Canucks by a score of 3-0. That's your scoreboard. In the golf, Matsuyama storms to a one-shot Kapalua lead in Hawaii after a bogey-free round. He just kind of shot right on up there. He's in the lead now. In tennis, our Arina Sabalenka back in Brisbane finals after a win over Maria Andreeva. It is, of course, a warm-up for the Australian Open, which is coming up. Players are playing in various tournaments around Australia and elsewhere. United States will face Poland at the United Cup final. Miami Heat has suspended their star guard, Jimmy Butler, for 7 games for multiple instances of conduct detrimental to the team. Butler on Thursday night, after scoring only 9 points in a loss to the Indiana Pacers, said he had lost his joy in playing in Miami. He wants out. Magic Johnson and Lionel Messi will receive the Presidential Medal of Freedom during a ceremony today at the White House. President Joe Biden will bestow the honor to 19 of the most famous names in politics, sports, entertainment, civil rights, LGBTQ plus advocacy, and science. White House said recipients have made exemplary contributions to the prosperity, values, or security of the United States, world peace, or other significant societal, public, or private endeavors. And the number 23 on his uniform to the turnaround fadeaway shot that he hit in the fourth quarter to reach the feet. LeBron James simultaneously honored Michael Jackson while also breaking his record for the most 30-point games in NBA history in the Los Angeles Lakers victory over the Atlanta Hawks yesterday. After years of waiting for his chance, Drew Mestemacher, he got one shot to be a starting quarterback, and he made the most of it. The North Texas walk-on hadn't started a game at quarterback since his freshman year of high school in Austin, Texas, where he later started at a safety and was on all-district punter. But with a mean green starting quarterback, Chandler Morris transferring to Virginia, Mestemacher made his first start in 4 years against Texas State in the Serve Pro First Responder Bowl game on Friday night, and he had a day racking up 448 total yards, going 26 of 41, passing for 393 yards and 2 touchdowns, and adding 9 carries for 55 yards, including a 70-yard touchdown run. That's it. That's a look at sports. Sports has been brought to you this morning by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District. For more information on the Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, log on to pmhd.org for more information about the health district, Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District. Very interesting. We've got more. In fact, we got your financial news and weather coming up.
What if the music stopped? If the familiar voices were silenced? If there were no breaking news updates? What if your companion and connection to your community came with a monthly fee? Don't worry, we're free local radio with you wherever you go, celebrating 100 years and looking forward to the next 100. We are broadcasters. Text radio to 52886 and let Congress know you depend on your local TV and radio stations. This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
And today's financial news and weather brought to you by Southwest Security, locally owned company that protects you, your home, business, or construction site 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. In the stocks, the U.S. stocks stepped higher on Friday, shaking off a downbeat start to 2025 as Tesla and NVIDIA led the tech-heavy comeback. The S&P 500 rose 1.3%, while the Dow Jones Industrial Average gained 0.8%. The tech-heavy NASDAQ composite led the gains with an increase of 1.8%. Friday was the last day for the S&P 500 to pull off a Santa Claus rally, watched closely as a historical harbinger of solid returns for January and the year. Both hopes dimmed after the benchmark fell again on Thursday to notch a 5-session losing streak, the longest since April. S&P 500 and Dow both ended the holiday-shortened week with losses of over 1%, while the NASDAQ is facing a weekly drop of 2%. We're going to take a look at your weather in just a minute.
Southwest Security has been protecting properties 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, right here in Imperial and Coachella Valleys. Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. I've been in the private security business for over 25 years and have always made it my mission to always provide my clients with the highest quality security services available. Your satisfaction is my number one priority. And don't forget Southwest Postal, the only postal center in Imperial Valley with 24/7, 365 access to your post office box. Access when you need it. Located on the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro.
The high temperature yesterday, 75 degrees. The overnight low this morning, 42. National Weather Service says quiet weather conditions, although with cooler temperatures, will continue through the weekend. Conditions will likely turn more unsettled heading into the Tuesday, Wednesday time frame as the weather system passes through the areas, delivering a breezy to locally windy conditions. Temperatures by mid to late week are expected to cool down closer to seasonable levels. Weather forecast calling for sunny skies today, highs right near 73, south winds at around 5 miles per hour. Mostly clear skies tonight, overnight lows around 46, west and northwest winds at around 5 miles per hour. Sunny skies on Sunday, highs right near 73, northwest winds at around 5 miles per hour. Sunday night, mostly clear skies, overnight lows around 46. Sunny on Monday, highs right near 75, winds will be calm. And right now we're looking at 48 degrees, 49% the relative humidity. The air quality is unchanged right now. The financial news and weather brought to you this morning by Southwest Security and Southwest Postal Service, the only postal box service offering 24-hour a day, 365 days a year service. Southwest Postal at 4th and Heil in El Centro. Coming up on 8 o'clock, we got CBS News, 6 minutes of news and information. We're going to find out what the heck is going on out there now. We'll be back in here for more of the best oldies on the radio. Stick around.
The best oldies on the radio. KXO El Centro, the Imperial Valley's local news source.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by O'Reilly Auto Parts.
I'm Heather Bosch.
It's sad to say goodbye, but I know he's happy with his wife now.
Ceremonies honoring the late President Jimmy Carter are underway in Georgia.
I'm Jim Crisula in Atlanta. The body of former President Jimmy Carter has left a hospital in Americus, Georgia, escorted outside by members of his longtime Secret Service detail. A motorcade, including the hearse and vehicles carrying Mr. Carter's family members, is traveling the 15 miles to his small hometown of Plains. There will be a stop outside Mr. Carter's boyhood home before heading to Atlanta, 4 hours away.
CBS's Peter Mayer reports once there.
There will be a moment of silence at the state capitol where he served as a state senator and, of course, governor. The coffin will then go to the Carter Center, where the public will be able to pay their respects.
The ceremonies move to Washington, D.C. on Tuesday. A major winter storm could affect millions of Americans starting in the central U.S. today. Meteorologist Craig Allen.
From the southern sections of North Dakota through all of western South Dakota, Nebraska, into Kansas, Missouri. Winter weather advisories are actually being upgraded to winter storm warnings from Topeka, Kansas, right through major hubs like St. Louis over towards Cincinnati.
Tomorrow, the storm is forecast to move into the Ohio Valley and to the mid-Atlantic by Monday. The new Congress kicked off in dramatic fashion on the House floor, with Republican Mike Johnson barely securing enough votes to get another full term as House Speaker. And CBS's Ed O'Keefe says there is plenty of work ahead.
There are big expectations on the House, especially to get what's called a budget resolution ready, the taxing and spending plans for the federal government that start to lay out the priorities of the Trump administration, how they want to reshape budgetary matters, immigration policy, other elements of domestic policy, maybe start chipping away at some elements of the accomplishments of the Biden years.
President Biden today awards the nation's highest civilian honor, the Presidential Medal of Freedom. CBS's Nicole Skanga.
Among the 19 recipients, former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton, plus chef and humanitarian Jose Andres and billionaire financier and philanthropist George Soros.
The award honors significant names in politics, sports, entertainment, and more. LeBron James breaks an NBA record set by Michael Jordan.
Baseline, there it is. He's got one more than MJ.
James set the new record for 30-point games during the Los Angeles Lakers' victory over Atlanta last night. As heard on Spectrum Sportsnet, James did it with an 8-foot jumper with 5 minutes, 58 seconds left to play. This is CBS News.
Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-507-9624. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-507-9624. That's 800-507-9624. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Planning a vacation this year? Chances are it'll include some nightlife.
The online travel agency Booking.com reports noctourism will soar in 2025. That's when vacationers go skybaiting or head out to see the northern lights. It's the top trend for the year ahead, with nearly 2/3 of travelers seeking nighttime sky experiences. More than 50% of others say they're looking for star guides, once-in-a-lifetime cosmic events, or constellation tracking. Booking.com also expects plans for truffle hunting and starlit picnics by the sea to surge, especially among travelers hoping to avoid rising daytime temperatures. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
There are hopes 2025 will deliver the best post-pandemic year yet at the box office. The domestic box office ended last year down 4%, earning over $8.5 billion, according to Box Office Pro. I'm Heather Bosch, CBS News.
If you have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news.
Gentlemen, I would like to introduce
George Gale.
I got style, I'm cultured, I'm sophisticated.
AM 1230 KXO. 1230 KXO.